Hello everyone, welcome to Vidhigya Explained Series. The topic for today's discussion is UCC, that is Uniform Civil Code. So the context why this topic was in news because amid the row over wearing hijab. So last month there was a hijab controversy in the Karnataka. So because of that, Union Minister and BJP leader Giriraj Singh has said that uniform civil code is the need of the hour and it should be discussed both in the parliament and the society. So what is uniform civil code? So we'll discuss about uniform civil code. So whereas the founders of the constitution in the article 44 in the part 4 dealing with the direct principle of state policy had hoped and expected that state shall endeavor to secure for the citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territories of India. Till date, no action has been taken in this regard. So first thing here, the factual information that you can see here, it is mentioned in the Article 44 of the Constitution, Part 4, and it is a directive principle of state policy. So it is not mandatory. The states are not compelled. State shall. That it is the responsibility or obligation or sort of moral obligation on the state to ensure the implementation of securing or implementation of the uniform civil code. So what is uniform civil code? So a generic set of governing laws for every citizen without taking into consideration. So a generic set of law in which the in which religion is not considered, in which the religion is not considered. So currently we see there are various laws such as Hindu marriage law, Christian marriage law, or you can say HAMA, that is Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, and there's GAWA, Guardianship and Ward Act, and there are for Parsis, for Muslims also the Sharia law, and then there are different laws that are acting in personal. So in the personal Oh, sorry. There are certain laws in which the personal religion of the person plays a role. So, so what is Uniform Civil Code? A generic set of governing law. It is a generic set of governing laws for every citizen in which there is no consideration of the religion. So there is no consideration of currently there are civil laws, there are personal laws, there are personal religious law in the civil matter. So what does the Constitution say? So Article 44 of the Constitution say that there should be uniform civil code. According to this article, the state shall endeavor to secure for the citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India. Since the directive principles are only guidelines, so it's only guidelines, not mandatory. It is not mandatory to use them. So why India needs UCC? So why India needs UCC? So there are 3 points. First, a secular republic in India is a secular country. India is a secular country. Therefore, it needs a common law. It needs a common law for all rather than common law for all citizens rather than differentiated rule based on religious practices. So because India is a secular country, therefore for all citizens, there should be a common law rather than based on their particular religion. Now, second, gender justice. Because in uniform civil code, when there is generic set of law without consideration, so this religious practices will be eliminated. So the point of gender justice also. The rights of women are usually limited under religion. So under various religions, you can see that the rights of women are limited. Be it Hindu or Muslim, many practices governed by religious traditions are at odds with the fundamental rights guaranteed in the Constitution. So there are various religious practices under which the rights of women are undermined, and women, or you can say women, are subordinate as per those provisions. So when there will be a uniform civil code, then such practices can be eliminated. Third, courts have often said in their judgments that government should move towards a uniform civil code, including the judgment of Shahbano case. So in the Shahbano case and other cases also, the Jarnail Singh case also, the courts have said that that the government should move towards a uniform civil code. So does India not have already uniform code in civil matters? So the article say, so this point say, does India not already have UCC in civil matters? So in civil matters, Indian laws do follow a uniform code in most civil matters, not in criminal matter. So it says in criminal matter, there is nothing as such. Like in criminal matter, those are neutral laws in which the religion is not considered. So in the civil matters, Indian Contract Act such as Civil Procedure Code, Sale of Good Act, Transfer of Property Act, Partnership Act, Evidence Act, etc. States have made, so there are Indian law form do follow uniform civil code. However, states have made hundred of amendment, and therefore in certain matters there is diversity even under the secular civil law. However, they follow the secular law, or you can say, you of course this is secular law because religion is not considered, but states have made certain amendments in those laws so as to accommodate the needs of the particular society. So why is UCC not desirable? So we have discussed why UCC is desirable, and second, why UCC. Now here we'll discuss why UCC is not desirable. So secularism cannot contradict the plurality prevalent. So though India is a secular country, the constitution talks about India as a secular country, but there are religious and linguistic and other kinds of minority groups are acting, or you can say there is a plurality. India is a diversity in India is a very diverse country where you can say multiple religions, multiple ethnicity, multiple linguistic groups are there. So therefore, on the basis of that, India is secular country, you cannot negate the point of plurality prevalent in the country. So because first point is plurality. Second, cultural diversity cannot be compromised. So cultural diversity, because every different religion, different groups or ethnic or linguistic groups have different practices in their personal law or religious law. Therefore, this cultural diversity cannot be compromised to the extent that our urge for uniformity itself becomes a reason for threat of territorial integrity of nation. So there is threat if you try to snatch away certain religious practices or certain aspects of their religion or culture, then it might lead to threat to the territorial integrity. For example, you can see that Naxalism is there, urban Naxalism is there, and extremism movement is there. So certain groups are fighting for their rights. They believe that government is interfering, and if you try to interfere more in their personal laws or personal matter, then that will lead to threat of to the territorial integrity of the nation. Now, one important trivia, that Goa is the only state in India which has a uniform civil code. So Goa has uniform civil code. So the Goa family law is the set of civil law. So Goa family law is a set of civil law. Originally, the Portuguese civil code continued to be implemented after its annexation. So you have to remember the Goa is the state in which the uniform civil code is there. Now we'll discuss 5 important questions. Question number 1. So which of the following article of the Constitution deal with the UCC? Question number, so option A, 24, Article 24, Article 34, Article 44, option D, none of the above. So the correct option is Article 44. Question number 2, which of the following is correct? UCC is provided under the fundamental rights, or UCC is provided under the fundamental duties, or UCC is provided under the DPSP chapter? None of the above. So the correct option is under the directive principle of state policy chapter. Question number 3, UCC is applicable in which of the following state or union territory? Your option are Pondicherry, Goa, Sikkim, none of the above. So the correct option is Goa. Question number 4, which of the following is correct which of the following is correct? So Goa was a formerly Portuguese territory, Goa was formerly a Dutch territory, Goa was formerly a French territory. None of the above. So for information, Goa was formerly a Portuguese territory, and Pondicherry was a French territory. Last question, since we have discussed in the Hindu analysis also, and you must be knowing about this. So right to religion is a fundamental right under which of the following article? Article 23, Article 24, Article 25. None of the above. So the correct option is Article 25. So that's all for the session. Stay logical with Vidhigya, your best pal in CLAT Preps.